It is a pattern. A pattern of showing up. Again and again. Long after the excitement is gone. Most people think success comes from one big decision. One breakthrough. One perfect opportunity. But that is not how it works. Success does not come from what you do once. It comes from what you do repeatedly. Consistency is not glamorous. It does not look powerful. It does not feel exciting. And most of the time it does not even feel like progress. That is why people ignore it. They chase motivation instead. But motivation is unreliable. It comes when everything feels right. And disappears the moment things get difficult. So if your life depends on motivation, you will always start. And stop. And start again. And that cycle kills progress. Consistency breaks that cycle. Consistency does not care how you feel. It does not ask if you are tired. It does not wait for the perfect mood. It only asks one thing. Will you show up today? Even if it is hard. Even if it is boring. Even if it feels like nothing is working. Because that is where real growth happens. Not in the days you feel strong. But in the days you feel weak. And still choose to continue. Anyone can perform at their best once. But very few people can keep going. When their best is gone. That is what makes consistency powerful. It turns average effort into extraordinary results. Think about it like this. A single workout will not change your body. A single day of focus will not build your future. A single effort will not create success. But repeat that effort every single day. And everything changes. Consistency compounds. Small actions repeated daily become massive results over time. But here is the truth most people do not want to hear. Consistency is boring. It is doing the same thing. Over and over again. Without immediate reward. No applause. No recognition. No instant results. Just you and your discipline. And this is where most people quit. Not because they cannot succeed. Because they cannot stay consistent long enough. They quit in the phase where nothing seems to happen. The invisible phase. Where progress is slow. Results are delayed. And doubt starts getting louder. You start questioning everything. Is this even working? Am I wasting my time? Should I just stop? And in that moment, you have two choices. You either quit. Or you continue. That decision repeated daily defines your future. Because consistency is not tested when it is easy. It is tested when it is uncomfortable. When you do not feel like it. When you are tired. When you are mentally drained. And still, you show up. Even if it is not perfect. Even if it is not your best. Even if it is just a small step forward. Because consistency is not about perfection. It is about presence. It is about refusing to disappear on your goals. Every time you show up, you are proving something to yourself. That you can be trusted. That you will not quit. That you are serious. And that builds something powerful. Self-discipline. And once you have discipline, you do not need motivation anymore. You move regardless of how you feel. That is when everything changes. Because now, you are not relying on emotions. You are relying on commitment. And commitment creates results. Day by day, you get a little better. A little stronger. A little more focused. It will not feel dramatic. But it is changing you. Because while others are stopping, you are continuing. While others are waiting, you are working. While others are quitting, you are building. And slowly, you start pulling ahead. Not because you are special, Not because you are more talented, but because you stayed consistent. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop depending on motivation. Focus on one thing. Show up. Show up when it is hard. Show up when it is boring. Show up when no one is watching. Because that is where success is built. In the quiet. In the routine. In the repetition. At the end of the day, you do not need to do something incredible once. You need to do something small. Every single day. Without stopping. Because success is not for the most talented. It is not for the most motivated. It is for the one who keeps going. The one who shows up. Again. And again. And again. Until one day, the results finally catch up. And when they do, people will call it luck. They will call it talent. They will call it overnight success. But you will know the truth. It was never one moment. It was consistency. Consistency is the real secret to success. Fire.